Peace and blessings, family. All power to the people. Not going to be long. Hope to be strong and to have a quick little dialogue with the family. And so I posed the question, do we want to be free or do we want to be better slaves? I say this because, to me, my observation of Black America today, we're very selective with how we want to fight, but the selections that we're choosing to ignore play a role in our freedom. For example, if we were going to put together a bed, you pull out the instructions of the bed frame. With the bed frame, it has instructions. Everything on that instruction sheet is going to play a role in this frame being successful. And so let's say if this bed frame is the bed frame to freedom. If we're going to put this bed frame to freedom together, we can't ignore certain pieces. We can't ignore certain parts. Well, I'm not going to put that piece in. I'm going to put this screw in. Because if you start ignoring very vital screws that go into this frame, the moment you lay on that bed, it's going to collapse. What I'm seeing today is many of us only want to put in certain screws in the bed to freedom, the bed frame to freedom. The only screw we want to put in is really voting. We vote till we turn black and blue. All we want to do is vote. We think voting is our solution. Voting is our voice. Voting is the way out, the end all be all. Well, I'm here to tell you, wrong answer. We've been voting for years. And voting has not saved us yet. Not to say voting cannot help us. Because I believe in voting. I believe in voting nationally and locally for the right people. Voting can be a vital part in our liberation as Black folks. But if all we doing is putting in the screws of voting on this so-called bed frame of freedom, it's not going to stand. Because the moment we lay on that bed, the frame's going to collapse. The bed frame is the foundation to any bed. So, our foundation as Black folks are missing some screws. And that's because so many of us are picking and choosing, and we're hiding behind the statement of we all play a role, which we all do. But some of us who are supposed to play a role aren't playing any role. And then the roles that we're supposed to play, which can help bring us freedom, we don't want to do. Most of us have been quarantined from our communities. We didn't need government assistance like tell us to stay home. For many of us, we have never been in the communities, in the housing projects, giving out food, giving out resources, organizing, touching down with folks, meeting people, seeing what they need. Only time we care is Thanksgiving, giving out turkeys, Christmas, giving out toys. That's the only time you see the masses of us. And don't let me forget August, giving out backpacks. If it's not backpack drives in August, turkey giveaways in Thanksgiving, toy drives in Christmas, we are quarantined from our communities. I want us to know and understand, we will never get free picking and choosing the tools we want to use. Every tool is effective, and it must be used accordingly if we're going to get free. So yes, we have to vote for folks who speak our language and have our best interests at heart. Yes, we have to organize. Yes, we have to have economic and financial literacy classes to teach us how to do for self. These things are important if we expect to be free, because for many of us, I just personally feel we don't want freedom. We want to be better slaves. We complain, the police is killing us, the police is terrorizing us. But then when the call is put out for a cop watch, a neighborhood patrol, we don't show up. We're complaining. Well, are y'all trained? They ain't trained. We complain about sex trafficking. We complain about the destruction in our communities. We complain about the crime in our communities. And then when groups like New Era Las Vegas put out the Streets is Watching Community Patrol, we don't want to show out. We don't want to show up and show out. But then we ask folks like, well, are y'all trained? Is this a militia? What's going on? So my question again is, do we want to be free or do we want to be better slaves? I can answer for myself. I want total freedom and liberation for Black oppressed people across the world. That's my wish. That's my prayer. But for many of us, like they say, you judge a tree by the fruit it bears. We saying freedom, but our actions are saying something totally different. Some of these black leaders, these elected officials, they claim they want freedom, but they selling black folks down the toilet, selling us completely out for free, not even getting paid, just for free. But then they're hiding behind, well, we all play a role, but you're not playing a role at all. What role are you playing besides being in an elected position of office? Because people don't see you. Now, granted, a tree doesn't have to, you don't have to hit a tree, make a sound for it to fall. But those who are around that tree will feel the vibration of that tree falling. Those who are around these politicians, many of us are not feeling the vibration of that tree falling. And that goes for the preachers, some of these politicians, some of these so-called leaders. We're not teaching freedom. We're trying to teach us how to be better slaves. And that's not going to work. If we're going to be free, we have to be free. And if we're going to put together this quote unquote example bed frame of freedom, we got to put in all the screws. We can't pick and choose the screws we want to put in. Because if you pick and choose the screws you want to put in, you're going to leave some screws out. And then when you lay on that bed frame is going to collapse because it's not strong. And so I encourage us, we got to step our games up. Because if we want to get free, we have to organize and come together and pull together our resources. Black folks are so powerful. We have so much power. We just don't know it. Every person knows the power of God's black children, but the black man and black woman, everybody. We arguing over religion. We arguing over faith. We arguing over spirituality. We arguing over the dumbest things that don't mean us nothing, not going to free us at all. And the things that we should be working together on, we're not. Knocking folks for doing things their way. Well, we can't all come together. Just do you. Do you, let them do them, and both of y'all get us free. We don't have to collaborate on everything for us to be coming together. And just because we're not collaborating don't mean we're not coming together. I can support, example, Save Our Sons. It doesn't have to be New Era Las Vegas and Save Our Sons Presents for us to work together. If Save Our Sons got a program going on, New Era Las Vegas should get behind that. As if our logo is on it, we should share it. We should promote it. So to me, it's like, once again, do we want to be free or better slaves? Cooperating with the police. Oh, we gotta have the peace treaty with the police. We need to have panels with the police. No, we don't. We should not be including the police in anything that has to do with our liberation. Why would we do that? That's like asking a rape victim to join hands with her rapist. It does not make sense. So my question, again, do we want to be free or better slaves? Majority of black people and people in general, they want to be better slaves because they defend, stand up, be a cheerleader for our enemy more than their own people. Most of us think black ice is not as cold as white ice. We knock black businesses. Black folks got to stop charging $40 for a shirt, 40 for this. But you go pay Gucci, you go pay Louis, you go pay these businesses, which are name brand, which ain't nothing but a name that got popular. So black folks can't be name brand. So I ask us, family, do we want to be free or better slaves? It's time to step our games up, organize, get involved in the community, make a difference. Don't talk about it, be about it.